We are live. We're live. Hello, everyone. People comment so I know you're here. I'll say hi to Paul because he commented 3 minutes ago. Hello. And Roberto, who I assume has nothing better to do, commented about 20 minutes ago. I'm waiting for people to come in that I invited, but they might not come. So who knows? It's Sunday night. People have more important things to do than watch me talk about jazz records I bought. What's up, Jack? How's it going? You're doing well. Hey, David. I'm just going to say people's names. Nick. Where's AZ Mick? He always shows up. Hello. It's an okay Sunday. It goes by fast. Hello. I picked up a bunch of records actually today. I didn't have them. I had a few from yesterday. I never heard about this, Harry. Was it just today? Was it all the records, or just a certain records? Because I didn't know about this. I went to the Sibylline had a sale today, yesterday and today. So I picked up everything I got today from Sibylline. What was there? There's typically they don't have the greatest of stuff in their records. Oh, I'm not going to run over there because I go around there for work. But typically they have, at least in the jazz section, maybe a few that are good. And their records, generally the good stuff is overpriced. But maybe at 50% off, it's regular priced. Oh, wow. I don't know. How did you hear about it? Because I'm on no list. No one I knew was talking about it. So, interesting. Yeah, this is all a joke. Come on, Nick. Yeah, they have a great classical section there. So, I'm sure you found a lot of good stuff. I don't have them listed on Instagram, so I don't know. Hello. But Sibylline had the kind of stuff I look for. That's kind of the mid-level. I wouldn't say affordable jazz. It's just cheaper titles that I think people don't know about. And I'll show some of them. Let's pick one right here. So a while ago, I went to Sibylline and they had records I recommended them by Alvin Queen. And Alvin Queen started his own label. I don't know, maybe he put out 30 titles called Nilva Records. So I was the only one there when they had opened today. And I asked, do you have any more Nilva records? He goes, I have two records on Nilva. So let me pull up the other one over here. But this one, so I don't know much about Charles Davis other than he has a very desirable Strata East record. I think that was his first as a leader. He played with a lot of people, Billie Holiday and such, and Sun Ra. But this is called Super 80. On Alvin Queen produced it. Alvin Queen, I know, played drums with Oscar Peterson in later in Oscar Peterson's life. But this is Charles Davis, Gene Adler. I don't know him. Walter Booker and Michael Garvin. So I've not listened to this yet, but I've seen people show this one. And it's not, again, these Nilva records, I think there's only one title that goes for over $30. Here it comes.
Hey, Rob.
What's up? So so here's one of the Nilva titles I picked up, and I'll show the label. But these sound great. I have 3 of the Alvin Queen out records, and these are really well recorded, and they sound great. I think this is on Discogs, like a $10 record. So, and then he had this Nilva record. This is Ray Drummond, and Alvin Queen plays drums on this. It's a good lineup of people. My back is killing me. So, Ray Drummond, Manny Boyd, Branford Marsalis, John Hicks, and Alvin Queen. So I suggest, I know a bunch of people picked up some Alvin Queen records. You should grab these records while they're cheap, because these are outstanding records. Although I haven't listened to these 2 yet, but the ones I've heard were killer. All right. Next one is a Mike record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I found this. This looks like it's never been played. It is in the mintiest condition there is.
Oh, I'd love that.
It's a mono, which you say
Very nice.
sounds better than the stereo, right?
Well, of the older ones, I like them. Like there's basically 2 pressings from 66, I think.
Yeah.
And there's the mono and stereo. And then there is a recent reissue that's like on Amazon or whatever. And I have that one, and that one sounds killer. That is a great issue.
In stereo.
And that's in stereo. But the mono, the thing is, like, the mono has such a huge punch. Like when that side 1 starts, Basie swings in, like his drummer comes in, and it's just like right off the bat, like that bass drum hits you. And then yeah, I mean, Basie just hits so hard and swings so hard that, like, to have that punch, it's a great, I mean, you know, that's the album that like turned me on to Sinatra, like back in the day. That was like the one where I was like, I need to hear more of this.
I have had a few copies. They were stereos. I sold them, but even the inner sleeve looks, no one ever touched it.
Beauty.
So I'll listen to it.
Give it a listen.
You
gotta listen to the whole thing. There are a couple songs that aren't that great. Like he does like, it was something they were trying to get on the radio at the time that never really became a hit. I forget the name of it. The first three songs on that are outstanding. He starts with "Come Fly With Me," then I think "I Got a Crush on You," yeah, and then "I've Got You Under My Skin." Just listen to those 3. You're gonna dig it. You're gonna be like, okay, I understand why Mike.
I don't know if I'm gonna dig.
You'll dig it.
I picked that one up. I picked that one up yesterday from Safari. I've tried to find this record for a while. This is originally came out on Enja, but this is an inner city release of it. But I mean, that's a killer lineup. So,
Harry, I don't know if you're being ironic.
Harry's being an idiot because he doesn't know jazz.
I have that.
Yes, is that
the first pressing?
Well, it came out in 1970.
Yeah.
So I think it came out as a green label. This is the first pressing. But the lineup is killer. So
yeah, I have it. I don't know. I can't find it right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I have that.
I have this already, but I'll probably put this in the auction. This is very good. It's Sun Ra just solo piano.
Oh, that's cool.
This is on that Paul Bley label, Improvising Artist, which is a great label. So there he is, not in any of his get up. That's probably as regular as Sun Ra has ever looked. He's playing solo piano. I think this is a lot of the music on this is live stuff on Improvising Artists. But this is a studio album, I believe. So it's very good.
We're going up against the Packers.
I'm not going to stream long. I just wanted to do a weekly stream since I am very busy during the week. I have one record I really want to show. That was the find. This is a good find. I think everyone has picked up that Chad reissue of this, New York, New York, the George Russell, where it has the narration by John Hendricks and everybody's on air, Bill Evans. This is an OG, I think, first pressing mono on Decca.
Nice. What's the label look like on that?
It's deep groove.
Yeah, that looks like a first pressing.
Yeah, 1957.
Nice.
So I'm interested in seeing how it sounds in comparison to the reissue.
What's the visual grading on the record?
Looks, I mean, it looks VG plus. There's no major scratches all over it.
Cool.
I paid $3 for this. I know it goes for much more.
Yeah, definitely. Very nice.
I don't know this woman, so they brought out this morning at Sibylline. He brought down a bunch of records he priced so I could look at it, and I said I'm into the mid-level jazz stuff because I think it's interesting, it's cheap, and usually you find good stuff. Do you know Hazel Scott?
I don't think so.
So I think Hazel Scott, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, was a singer, pianist, but a contemporary of like Mary Lou Williams, and she went to Juilliard, Nina Simone, Mabel Mercer, and Cameron McRae. So it says on the liner notes that she recorded at the end of her life. This was 1980. She did 2 albums together with this lineup of George Duvier and Oliver Jackson. And she's playing the piano on this. So I took it. This is like a blind buy. I don't know if anyone else has any of her stuff. So I'll be interested to see how this sounds.
Let me share my screen. So this is her selected discography.
Yeah.
And that's the album you have right there. But if you look, she's on Decca in the early 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, 40s and 50s. I mean, she really is in from early 40s to mid to late 50s. Yeah, and then she puts out 2 albums, 79 and 83.
Yeah. So I don't know. It says, yeah. So I'd be interested. This was a blind buy, so I'll see how that is for me. This is killer. I cleaned and listened to 2 of these records I picked up today. You can't go wrong. I got to think on Steeplechase, Duke Jordan put out the most records on Steeplechase. So there's one Duke Jordan record on Steeplechase, which is great, but one song he sings, and it's not so good. But this is very good, and check out the lineup on this one.
We got Charlie Rouse.
Yeah, it's Richard Williams, who didn't put out. I have the one album he put out as a leader. He did. I think he only did one. Charlie Rouse.
Oh yeah. New Horn in Town.
Yeah, New Horn in Town. But he's really good on this. This is a good album.
Cool. That looks great.
All right. Dr. Robert showed this record a while ago. I don't know where he showed it, and I picked it up. The Fourth Way.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is a group with mainly. I was interested because Michael White is on here, the jazz violinist who put out a bunch of cool records on Impulse, and Mike Nook, and Eddie Marshall on drums. I do not know Ron McClure on bass. So I'm interested. He said it's kind of fusiony, so it's on Capitol. So I'm interested. I have this on my turntable right now, so I'm going to listen to it after this.
So Ron McClure played with Joe Henderson. He's on the In Pursuit of Blackness, and also he's on that live album. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. He played with Lee Konitz, Charles Lloyd, and he has a ton of records on Steeplechase, but I think they're all CDs.
Yeah.
Seriously, he has like 20 sessions on Steeplechase.
This is not a great cover, but Dr. Roberts says it's a good record. So
cool.
All right. This I hung out yesterday with Jim and Delphina. So we went. There's a group called the LA Orange County Hey, it's Joey Callio.
Hey Joey.
So there's a group called the Los Angeles Orange County Audio Society, and they meet once a month at very high-end audio stores, and they raffle off shit, and they raise money for themselves, I guess. And the prizes are usually like killer stuff. But the thing is, the rich guys come in there and buy all the raffle tickets and usually win. So they're getting like a $6,000 receiver. And they did have a copy of that new Macintosh record. Like Macintosh is putting out an audiophile record. I'll show a picture.
Yeah.
It was part of the auction.
Now, what justifies the cost? Isn't that a $150 title?
Yeah, this is the record, Prested Art RTI. I do not know Peter Eskeen.
Okay, hold on.
That's a $150 record. It was part of the raffle. It was one of the prizes.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, but yeah, but trust me, I don't need to go to one of these audio groups. It's a bunch of old stinky guys eating Pizza Hut, guys who make $1 billion eating Pizza Hut. They don't talk to each other. They get in their little groups. But it was a cool store. They had a lot of good stuff there. But afterwards, we went.
Okay. I just wanted to talk about the freaking price of this record.
Yeah.
You know, like Chad, whatever you think about Chad, he goes like at length about why a UHQR, what it comes with, what care goes into it. He sometimes will talk about he just goes into detail to justify, or not to directly justify it, but he kind of explains why it's a $150 price tag. Why is this a $150 price tag?
Did you want to show it? You pulled up the website.
Yeah. Because to me, I don't have a fully formed opinion on this, but my gut says this is a double 45 for 150. It's like they're just trading on the Macintosh name and know that their clientele just has no problem with 150. No,
it has
it's not like the margin on this is probably extraordinary.
There's 33 with 8 songs, and then a 45 with 4 songs.
But why 150? Why can't you do that for 80?
Because it's Macintosh.
It's got a VU meter on the cover. I think that explains it all.
Yes.
Well, does that speak about what their other products, that they just increase it based on? It
speaks to their target audience. So what it speaks to.
Yeah.
It's just exclusivity. So it's just exclusivity. They're just making it so they're pricing people out on purpose. That's fucked up. Come on.
I'm going to go back to showing the records I picked up. So we went to Boogie Maru, which specializes in Japanese pressings of records.
Ooh.
It's a great store. Yeah, next time you come, Joey, I'll take you to this store.
That sounds scary to me already.
Why? You have a soft spot?
I pulled out a bunch. I mean, I didn't want to come up here with nothing.
Yeah.
So I grabbed a bunch, and mainly what I was grabbing is Japanese copies of stuff I haven't seen people,
It is a store where I could have walked out with 5 records, and I was trying to control myself.
Right.
But so I did buy this one, mainly for a bunch of reasons, but it's a Muse title that I had never seen before. It's Bud Shank with Ron Carter, Kenny Barron, and Al Foster. And so I picked this up. I haven't listened to it yet. It looks like it can't be bad. So
no, that's going to be good.
All right. I picked up a couple of free jazzy records yesterday. This one, I've been doing pretty well picking up these Delmark jazz titles, which are not all of them are free jazzy, but this is Joseph Jarman. He's in the Art Ensemble of Chicago. I believe this record was done before they formed the Art Ensemble. This is, I don't know what the other cover is green with him out without his makeup on and all his stuff. And it says volume 3 on that one. I don't understand why this one is volume 2. It's the same record, but this is a killer lineup. If you know Fred Anderson, I think Notes and Tones. I have one Fred Anderson record. His stuff is very hard to get your hands on. There's one you can get. Yeah, he's passed away, but it's very good. So this is free jazz.
I heard you talking about that Sun Ra record that you picked up. Was
Yeah,
that
the piano solo record.
how early on is
No,
that?
it's a later one. It's
Oh.
but it's really good. I have it. I'm gonna sell that one I picked up. So
Why is it so hard to get the first 3 Sun Ra records? I mean, it's I can't find them anywhere.
which
ones?
I don't know what the name of them are, but I just know that I've listened to them, and it's like I love the sound. It's like it's more just kind of straight bop in a way.
Well, no,
There is a reissue.
No,
Yeah.
a Kraft reissued one. You can get that.
All right.
You
Hold
can get
on,
that. I'll send you a link to it, Joey.
Okay, cool.
I got it here.
So here's the other one I picked up, and this is This looks like it's on a label. Joe, have you ever heard Sound Aspect Records?
Probably from you talking about it, but I don't know it. No.
No, Joe, not Joey.
Oh,
Joe Analog Archive.
What is
This
that? Sound Aspects? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I think I actually just picked something up on that label that I was going to show.
Well, this looks like an Enja record. I mean, everything about it stinks of Enja.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, something I
See,
grabbed. Yep.
But I streamed a little bit of this. This is really good. It's more not spiritual kind of stuff. Do you have anything with this dude, Kil Elzabar?
He played a lot with
No.
David Murray back in like this, dating back to the 70s. That was the concert I went to last year in Rochester. It was David Murray, and then he played percussion, and it was like various stuff. It was incredible. So yeah, I think, is that a newer record?
This is 1986.
Oh, okay, 1986. Okay.
But this is really good. It's Lester Bowie,
Malachi Favors.
And yeah. This is I haven't listened to this yet, but on the way home I was interested. I was streaming it. It sounded
Joey, is it your birthday?
yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right, 47.
Yeah. Next year, I'll be 47.
Okay, here are the last two. And at Sibylline, he brought them down at the end. He screamed from upstairs. He goes, "Do you like Xanadu?" I go, "Yeah, I love Xanadu." I don't have this one. I know some people have. The Barry Harris plays Tad Demeron. This is just trio. And then, but here's
I don't think I have any Tad Dameron in my collection because he only put out like a few records.
Yeah, he died young. There's a twofer that I had. I sold it. Here's the killer record of the day. And I didn't even know till I got home why this was killer.
Okay. Oh.
This is an excellent record. Everything about it. But here's why it's killer. I didn't see this until I brought it home. It's autographed by him.
Nice.
Yeah. So
now, did you look for autographs of his online?
Yeah,
to just like double check.
It's his autograph.
Cool.
I practiced it, so it didn't take long to draw it on here. It seems to me these Xanadus that have these covers where there's sort of a kind of a close up of the performer that are black are the killer ones, because I picked up that Sonny Chris a couple weeks ago, and that's killer. So I don't know if there's a series that this came out in 75, but this is excellent.
Yeah. So that came out of so Xanadu was founded by Don Schlitten, and John Schlitten's producer on a ton of stuff. But I always kind of approach Xanadu like I do Pablo. Like it's guys that are later in their career getting back and like collaborating with the same guys.
There are some Xanadus that are archival live performances. There's that gold, the gold Xanadus that are archival, like old recordings. There are some. There's that weird Art Pepper Omega, but then there's an LT series of Omega. There's the same songs, except on the Xanadu there are a few more songs.
Why is it a weird Art Pepper? Just out of curiosity. Why you call it?
It's because it's an old. It's like old. It's like I don't know, early 50s Art Pepper.
Right.
But I said weird because Blue Note put out a version of it, and Xanadu has a version with a few more songs.
Right.
So
And they
it's
also
weird.
put out, so you know the Lucky Thompson Lucky Strikes on Transition? It's like a $1,000 record.
I didn't know. I don't know that one.
Well, Transition put out a Lucky Thompson record, and Xanadu reissued the same exact record with a terrible gold cover. It's the
Yeah.
same exact thing as that like $1,000 Transition. You get it for like $8, and it sounds better because Transition was pressed on like polystyrene, so they just sound shitty for the most part. I think you know they could sound okay, but they're generally not the greatest sounding.
There's a
but yeah.
JR Montrose that's like that too. I think it's called Straight Ahead, and it's
think I might
I don't
have
know
that.
if it's a gold one or if it's a silver cover, but that one was like an extremely rare, like late 50s, early 60s recording that had, it was like a private press. They only sold them at like the shows, and yeah, I think is that the one?
I think
Yeah.
this is it, JR
That's-
Montrose.
If I'm thinking of the right
I
session,
don't know why
I
my
think
camera's
that one
not
was like
focusing. Oh, it's got
originally
this stupid.
something else, but
Let me get that off there. There we go.
Are you sure about that Lucky Thompson record?
Yes. So the Lucky Thompson that's on Xanadu is the same one that's on Transition. I'll double check it while you guys chat.
Okay. All right. I found
So-
it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much are they going for?
Well, one just sold on eBay for like 30 something bucks.
Oh, that's actually more than I thought. But yeah, that apparently is the same exact one. And these will sound better because these are pressed really nice.
There are plenty of copies of it on Discogs. So
Xanadu is a cool label.
okay, well, hold on. So actually, here's more to your story. It came out on Vogue. So it looks like it originally came out on Vogue. And then I guess in the US, Transition issued it. So it wasn't a Transition record. It was a Vogue record.
That's probably how they got the rights to do it.
Yeah. Yes. So a lot of good people. It's with an orchestra, and Modal Martaro Soul is on it.
Just for people so they could see. So this is the original from 56, the UK. Okay. And then Transition, the short-lived label out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, put it out. And this one's super expensive because everything on this label is just expensive, nearly. Yeah, and then here's the Xanadu.
Yeah, Brown Rose.
So it's got, they also aged them. Like this is a 56 session. They used it looks like this is a contemporary
at the
75
time
picture. But yeah, it's the same one. So there's a pro tip if you want to pick up that.
Yeah. Here's another pro tip. Don't name your album with brown in it. Brown Rose. But I'm going to order a copy of that. So that's what I picked up today. It was a good haul.
I love
yesterday.
Transition labels. Such a cool looking label.
Yeah.
I saw yesterday at the Boogie Maru, they had that Transition comp, but a Japanese pressing of it.
There was a guy that I think it was on one of the Facebook groups that recently found a copy of Bird Blow's Beacon Hill at Transition. It was the original, and I think it only had the label on one side because they were known to just fall off.
Yeah.
And he found it. I don't know if it was. I think it was in like a generic cover or generic sleeve, but he got it for like $2 or something. Yeah. It was. I guess it was pretty poor condition. It was like G+, but even some of those are G+ VG when they came out. So there wasn't a lot that you could do with them. So
hey, Joey, you want
in that condition? It doesn't. For me, it's hard for me to reconcile that unless I know. And I just don't sell records really. I just don't do that. I just trade them in so I can get other records.
Do you want to show some of the records you pulled out?
I'll check this one. This is not. I just pulled this out because you.
Oh, I was with you when you bought it. Yes.
Well, yeah, you said, "Do you know this record? It's badass." You should, and I will know. And I just grabbed it, and you're right. It's very. I mean, Stanley Clarke is kind of a love-hate thing. I mean, not hate, but just, you know, he gets into the fusion, Stanley Clarke and all that stuff. I kind of listened to too much of that when I was a kid because I was a bass player, mainly back then. And I don't know, it's hard for me to go back there. But this is like, I don't know what planet he's on when he's making this record. It made me laugh. Like, it's so good. It is really, really good.
You know, all the Joe Farrell CTI records are excellent, but they're all different. They're all kind of thematically and sound wise are different.
I picked this up. Do you guys like this record?
Oh, yeah, yeah. A lot of it's good.
Yeah, I think it's really good, and I get a little bit of grief from the guy at Sonic Boom about it. But anyways, I bought 5 copies of this record, looking for the right pressing. I bought 2 of them with Chance, but they were cheap. This one right here.
Oh, yes. I talked about that record.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I love this record, but if you listen to like the Candid, I can't listen to it. There's a compression that happened. It's not during the recording because I've now finally found.
Well, wait, you bought the reissue that Bernie Grumman did, the current reissue.
It's no good, man. It is no good. Where's the? Actually, shit. I made my.
The next Japanese one. That's good.
That one's good. That's the second best. It was a club version of it. It's like an ugly cover where they shrink down the picture and it's like gold around it. It's in my stack. I pulled out too many records. I don't want to turn my back.
Well, I got the one I have is the Barnaby from the 70s, and that sounds really good.
That's probably it. Does it have like? Did they shrink down the main cover and it's like brown around it?
No, it's the main.
That might be that sounds like a Trip Jazz.
Oh yeah, those trips. They did issue some of these. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be a trip reissue.
I stupidly buried it with other records.
Hey, can we all do a moment of silence for there's a young man. Here he is. His power's out. So not only is he going away to England, he has to eat all the food in his refrigerator.
Did his power go out? We had a hell of a storm here last night. It's like the best storm I've seen in years around here. It was amazing. His power went out, huh?
His power's out. So if anyone wants to go over and grab some records.
I mean, that's exactly what you want when you're packing to go to Europe, is for your power to go out. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find that other one for a minute so we can confirm.
Okay.
How about the record?
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool. I love it. I mean,
I know that the Jazz Laboratory was a group, right? Am I?
It's the Jazz.
There were a few. Yeah.
I don't know if it was a group. It's just, I think they just called it that. But honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, it's mainly a Duke Jordan record, it looks like, because they got his name the biggest on the back.
Okay.
So that's the label. You can see that.
Nice.
So, but that's a cool record, and
yeah, the Jazz Lavatory. It's where you take a dump when you listen to jazz.
Oh,
Yeah,
totally.
Woo!
Love getting the sexy. They're just sexy to me. These Japanese.
You like the obi and all that stuff.
I do. I do, and they also sound really good. I'm watching my left.
It's quiet vinyl. It's good vinyl.
Yeah. How about this? You know this one? I got this one not too long ago.
Oh, I have that's like an easy OJC to find.
Right.
So I have the OJC of it. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool.
Nice.
Now,
Very cool.
I don't think you can find originals of that. It's either Japanese pressings or OJC. I have the Music Matters of that Dexter Gordon. That's very good.
okay,
I have a Liberty, I think.
Here's the I love the sexy album
Oh
cover.
yeah.
Cannonball Adderley, great record too. I mean, just
Yeah.
love the label, killer.
Yeah.
How about this one? This one just cracked me up when I saw it. It's like, all right, I don't even care what it sounds like. It's so bad, it's good.
Damn, that's a killer lineup.
Yeah.
It is. But I just love tenors. Anyone? It's like, oh my god, that people got paid for that.
I've never seen that before.
Hey,
Very cool.
Mike, that's a good idea. Maybe on the Jazz Bums to do a deep dive on Wardell Gray, because I don't think anyone really knows anything about him.
Well, he died like before like the LP.
Yeah, he died in
off.
like 52 or something. He died in the
So
early 50s.
there's some recordings. Like
He's
Prestige
like,
hasn't recorded.
He's like, what's his name?
The power's back on.
No, the power's off. I have my phone and my backup battery.
This is a Wardell Gray twofer from the early 60s on Prestige, and it has both these albums.
Volume 1, Volume 2.
Memorial Volume 1 and 2. This is a good way to get some.
Well,
he's excellent.
He did a lot of recordings with Errol Gardner, right?
Yeah, he played a lot, I think, in like the late 40s. He was kind of, he was like,
Wait. Paul's saying he was murdered by the mob in the desert.
Yes.
For what reason?
Yeah. Well, his death was circumspect, and I don't know exactly what the story is, but I think one of the bandmates said that he pretty much like overdosed in one of the hotel rooms, and somebody like dropped him in the desert. and he had like a broken neck, and I think when they took him out of the car, he fell, and I guess his neck broke.
Was this like weekend? Is this Weekend with Wardell?
Well, a lot of those guys did heroin, so some of them.
Okay.
Anyway, I do have a record to show.
Oh wait, let Joey finish.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
Oh, so that's the one you. Okay, the Jazzman. Those were reissues like in the 80s, I want to say. Late 70s.
Yeah. That's the clear winner. It has no distortion on it, and you can fucking listen to it.
Wow, good to know.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of those. I've always passed on them, but I'll check them out.
Has your power been out since last night?
No, I went to the store to buy, as the Brits say, some new trainers. I had a new pair of Nikes because mine finally fell apart. I my black Nikes are my favorite walking shoes, and so I went to South Center, right, because it's easy for me.
Right.
Got back, get in the garage, turn the alarm off. The lights start blinking there, and they went out. So, and I have an umbrella on the deck, one of those deck umbrellas. It was gone. It was gone. Oh I found it in the back, and it didn't break, luckily, so I stuck it in the garage. But I stuck it on the deck here because I can't open my.
What did you have, like a micro tornado come through? And
apparently it's windstorm. 36,000 houses are out. Todd and Amanda down in Auburn is out too. So,
Did you watch it last night?
Oh God, yeah. For 4 hours, lightning.
I couldn't stop watching it. It never ended. It was incredible.
I think the thing that was surprising here, it's been like in the 80s here for 3 weeks. Yeah. And this week it started, now it's in the 70s.
Right.
And all of a sudden it's been clear and nice and no rain. And I didn't know it was going to rain. And all of a sudden it just starts pouring and thunder and lightning for 4 or 5 hours.
And wind, so I can see the umbrella flying.
But I don't know today what happened. So something happened like just in the last hour. I don't know. Whatever.
The tree fell down.
Yeah. So if my power's out, I won't be able to host the 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. tomorrow.
It'll come on.
I could do it here. I could go to a cafe. Well, I can't go to a cafe because it'll be out too. So we'll see. Rob, you might have to get on and
Yeah, I don't know if I'm in the mood for a heavy lifting in the morning. Hey, Joey, do you have any more you want to show?
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. But I should have warned you, it rains on my birthday or right next to my birthday every goddamn year.
I saw you went out in the lake or something. Was that an old picture?
Oh, no. Is that from today?
I thought Christina put it up.
Yeah, we went out to brunch to the same place we went to.
You look like you're on the water or a boat or
Yeah.
something. Huh?
What is it? It's that hotel, the waterfront.
Oh, the Edgewater.
Edgewater. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is all the same. It's just records you have seen, but I just love
Yeah,
these.
but that's a desirable record. People have been trying to pick that up.
I got it.
Was were these pickups through the course of touring, or no? You just ordered them.
A lot of them I get on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say where because I kind of feel like it's like this. I never see people holding this record up.
I want to say that has a different cover.
Maybe it does, but it's great.
Warner
record.
Brothers. Yeah. I think he did like 4 records for Warner Brothers. I have a few of those.
So
I don't know what the deal. I don't know what the deal is with those gold labels. Maybe it was their jazz series of records.
Right. This is my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I have
That's great.
I have a mono and a stereo of it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great. That record, I don't understand why even OGs of that don't go for that much money. That is a fantastic record.
It's the best one. It's the best one, I think.
Well, the one I'm waiting for is Chad's reissuing a Verve title, the what's the live album that everyone
is it the Cat?
Not the Cat. No,
Not
What is
yeah,
that?
that's an expensive record, isn't it?
This is the Japanese.
Japanese. I had a Music Matters I sold to Felipe.
I have the Music Matters of that.
Yeah.
Great record.
Yeah.
Really good record. I mean, that's where us 3 got their cover.
Oh yeah. I mean, I got a bunch
Okay, Mark says it. Here's the album that's coming out from Chad, Root Down. That people say is his best record. But
I don't know that one. I don't know that one.
That Sermon, because Lee Morgan's on it, that's an excellent record.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's one that's like I don't know if it's the Back at the Chicken Shack, or there's another one that's around that same time it's the House Party that was made, I think, at the same sessions as the Sermon. Mm-hmm. They're both like late 50s.
Yeah, look how much originals of that go for. Atomic had one on the wall for a long while. That was expensive.
What does it go for?
Like that particular record, I think, goes for some dough. No.
I can't see it. I have my phone here, so.
Is there a mono version of that record?
Can you say it out loud? The dollar amount.
You can get a VG. There's one VG Plus for 70, and then there's a near mint for 100 euros.
Yeah, for Jimmy
so
Smith.
You can pick this up while you're in Europe.
Yeah, for Jimmy Smith records, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Mazzy, can you look for records for me while you're there?
Well, I would say this: text me a couple of things so they're in my head, and if I come across, I'm not going to. I have a couple people that have said that. I said, look, if I come across it, I'm not going to go through looking for it. But seriously, if friends of mine, if there's something they're really looking for and I see it, absolutely.
I'll show you some examples.
Mike,
and honestly, you just get them for yourself.
Mike,
but you got to text me because I will never remember.
I will.
Mike,
I'm a senior citizen.
So unfortunately, Mike, he said friends, so you're out. So.
No. Can you?
Well, except for you, I've met everyone here in person, Joe.
Yeah.
So
I might go to WFMU, but you're not going to be there. So.
I'm not going to go this year.
I get that. You live on the other side of the fucking country, Mazzy. The fact that you came last year was
right.
Anyway,
I'm going to fucking London. Shit.
Yeah.
I went to Austin. I might go to Austin again next year. I'm going to LA in October. So.
Yeah. Mazzy has a plan to offend every continent in person.
When someone's finished, I got some records to show.
Joe, where do you live?
I live upstate New York. That's near Syracuse.
You're Rochester, right?
I'm from Rochester, but I don't live in Rochester anymore.
Right.
No.
You ever go to Midtown? Is that too far for you?
Midtown? I don't know. Is that a town?
The city. In New York.
Midtown of the city, exactly. I was just gonna say.
Oh no, I don't know. No. Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah, like where do you live now? I mean, where do you live now?
Seattle.
Yeah.
I live
Yeah,
in
no,
Seattle.
so yeah, it's
I'm going to be on tour next year. Next week. We're playing New York. So
no, I live like probably 5 hours north of New York City.
Yes. He
Okay.
lives in the most boring part of New York.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
good.
no, I live in the beautiful part of New York, Rob.
I used to go
But
to
you got
Rochester.
the bop shop.
I
Okay,
think
hold
I
on.
said that, I
How far
probably
do you
said this
how far
before.
do you have to go buy records, Joe? How
It's far. I know.
I used to
know.
go to
All right,
Rochester
Rob.
for
All right.
back in the 90s. I think I used to go to Rochester for work because one of my clients was Kodak. So
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
Well,
Can I show something then, or is
yeah,
Jump in.
your phone's gonna go dead.
no? I have a backup. No, this is Paul Baraka P-Dub.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very generous. He sent me like a box, and this is only a part of it. He sent me 7 Vinyl Me Please records. He said he had all this credit and he had to use it. I don't know.
You've shown
And
these before, by the way.
not on this. Not on this. So
I want to see him. I
No,
want to see him.
this is a wax exclusive, everybody.
I have that Blossom Dearie. That's a beautiful record.
this is so good.
Yeah,
I have
Yeah.
this on CD. I never had a vinyl
actually,
copy. This is
Sibylline has an OG of that on the wall today.
sang. I have a 70s copy of this, but
I have that. Now
Yeah,
the
I
issue
love
with
the
that
record.
is the issue with this is that it was recorded stereo and mono with different miking, and the stereo mics were just basically 2 mics that were above the band. I'm sure it was. That's what I was told. And the mono mics were like right up against the instrument. So Chad's version, he put out the mono because of that, because supposedly the mono is the one to get.
I have an OG mono.
well,
of
I
it.
got it for free, and I'm not going to send it back to Paul.
I
until
have
we
it
get the
too.
other
I don't
one.
have them. I only have the stereo.
That's a good album.
That's good. Yeah, I have that.
I mean, these
So-
are a gift, and this is from a friend, not
Yeah.
the Gravy Train.
So they have to be bad
It
records.
doesn't
to be
matter. We still we pull no punches.
Any Ray
I love
Charles
that
is good. Ray Charles.
I love that record. Love.
I've never heard this live. Well, actually, I have the stuff on CD, so
It's badass.
Does he sing on that?
I don't
it's
know. I
live.
haven't heard it.
Is it live? Is
Yes,
that a
it
live
is live.
record?
It's live. It's live.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just sick grooves, man. Just
1959, of course. Now I don't know this record, and I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, that
Yeah,
one's good.
That was really a tepid. That was good.
Side 2 is better than side 1.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
probably like a low-level female singer jazz record.
Okay. Okay. And this
Wait,
is
hold on.
blues.
Who does it say? Does it say who the musicians are on that?
Or,
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Dick Carey, John Windhurst, Ernie Kakaris, Adele
Okay.
Gerard on harp, Al Hall. I don't know these people. Oh, Jimmy Lyon on piano. I know that. Jimmy Lyon Trio, Barbara Bushnell, Beverly Peer. I don't know most of these people.
from now on, when
Interesting.
I'm on tour, when I sign into a hotel, it's Dick Carey from now on. 100%. That is a
Well,
win.
it's not much of a change. You used to go under Dick Hertz, right?
This is a killer. I know this is not a jazz. This is a blues record. This is a killer record. 1969, I think. Yeah, 69. Charlie Musselwhite, great harmonic blues player.
Hey.
And vocalist. And this,
Roberto,
I mean, I love this. What?
Is Roberto? Are you being stupid, or is this true? Let me know in the comments below.
That could also be a waxed exclusive, Rob.
No,
Yeah.
My exclusiveness is horrible.
Breaking news.
Well,
keep
I'm not
looking
a. I've never been a member, nor would I be a member, but I have bought records from them at $5 more that I want.
You blackmailed me to get you a copy of a record once.
Right. Well, I didn't blackmail you, but and ironically, you got it, and then I did get a copy, and so I traded my copy. But they were the ones, the first ones to put out the Fiona Apple. I love Fiona Apple. They finally are out now, but
They're doing 2 Ramones records next month. I'm going to get both of them.
Now, I love this record. I have an original of this record. I haven't listened to it. Hissing on Summer Lawns, Joni Mitchell. Great record. Great record. This is one of that kind of a jazzy period thing. I just love this record. So I think this is a 45, maybe. Is it? Yeah, this is a 45, which I'm not really keen on, but it was very nice of Paul.
Mazzy, did you see how much Macintosh is charging for that one album, that double album?
So I
150?
only found out, that is the dumbest record. See, I'm not a fan of those, like, how Chad, I mean, people like him, I get it, but you know how Chad puts out like the best female vocals, the best male vocalist comps. I know I just don't, I don't know. If I want to hear Nat King Cole, I want to hear a fucking Nat King Cole record.
Well, but it's a band. Macintosh is putting it. I wish they would do some sort of press about this.
Isn't it $150 or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't it 80? Like, why 150? It doesn't even say it's using like this. Mazzy doesn't even say it uses like the VR 900 super vinyl. It's just like
I'm not a gear guy.
I think it is pressed at RTI.
Macintosh does make good equipment. I'm not a gear guy, but it has that cliche that it's for doctors and lawyers equipment. But they're beautiful. They're beautiful. It's beautiful equipment, and it sounds good. I've heard Macintosh.
Here, this is it here. So jazz.
Ernie
jazz
Hesketh. I mean, Peter.
Hold on.
Peter. Oh God. Really?
So jazz album with 8 original compositions. The Peter Eskrin Quartet, all songs specially recorded for release on Macintosh Sessions, which I don't know what that is. It's AAA, so they did it all analog. Cool. 180 gram premium vinyl. They do a 33, and then they do a 12-inch 45 with 4 of the 8 songs. And that's it. And it's like, Kevin's Gray is doing AAA all tubes and great quintet or whatever, and like he's charging $40.
Now, is that new recording? Is this a new recording?
Hit the button because there's other pictures. Hit the arrow thing.
Well,
okay. Those are the guys.
It looks. Is it as boring as those Japanese Hilton Hotel jazz records?
They look like the Mob.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was just saying, like, this makes me just think they just charge more money. Like Joey and I were saying, like, it's just for exclusivity. They just want to price people out to make it more desirable, perhaps, or just they know that their customers will just pay whatever they want.
People who own Mac gear and are on their mailing list will buy that shit.
Well, as a record collector, it offends me.
It's 50 for the vinyl and 100 for that meter on the front.
Yeah. Well, actually, I just got a notice. Someone from Macintosh comes to your house and plays it for you, sets it up correctly.
Maybe Macintosh could do a Dada box set.
Michael, has this Macintosh album gotten on your radar? And let me know if you want a link.
Hold on. Now we have more to the story. Those guys originally killed Wardell Gray.
Okay, Michael, I'm in the very minority. I haven't heard them all, but everyone told me to buy Blow Up, and I hated that record.
Michael,
it sounded great, but musically it bored me. But that's the only Blow Up. I haven't heard the other ones.
Poetry, they had no Three Blind Mice records at Boogie Monroe when I was there. I didn't see any. Yeah. I would like to get one of them.
I'm with you on that Blow Up, Maz. It's not my favorite.
You know it. I really tried, and I bought the one to get. Was it Impex or whatever it was? Yeah. And it was too calculated for me for jazz.
Yeah.
All
the boxes were checked. I wanted to.
It reminded me of jazz band in high school, where it was scored out. Maybe someone gets a solo. Now, it may not be that. I don't know. But it just didn't feel right for me personally.
I agree.
And Michael knows I beat a dead horse, and I just repeat the same thing.
By the way, Chad reissued this Chico Freeman record, which I have Chad's original issue. It's numbered, but this is with a better cover. This is a fantastic album. It's one of Chico Freeman. What's the name of it, Mike?
Spirit Sensitive.
Everyone should grab it while it's there. It is a killer record. Excellent record.
Cool.
Grab this. Killer line. Look at it. Who's on there?
And they like originally. So Chad originally released this in like the 90s.
Not early 90s. Early 90s.
It's been out of print. It's over like $100 record, so it's a good way to know.
I got it for like $40 at Safari once.
I
That's
forgot
an
there was
excellent
one more. This
Yeah.
is excellent. What a
Yeah, it is.
player this guy is.
I'd like to
Yeah.
get
I
that.
forgot there was
I have an
one more.
original and it doesn't sound very good.
I have
This sounds good.
I have an
I mean, the
that's
guy is like almost all technique, but he's really good.
that's mono. I think that's mono. I have in a stereo too. I found original stereos. Uh-oh.
Shit,
Power
sorry.
now.
All right, Bigfoot just came in and grabbed Mazzy. Oh, no.
All right, I do have a record to show. Oh, damn it. Where's Mazzy?
Thanks for kicking him off.
All
I
right.
didn't have the heart to do it.
Hold on. All right, let me show this stupid record.
Okay.
So I just got this in. I haven't even listened to it yet. This is a 7-inch. It's by the New Jazz Underground. They're a trio based out of New York, and they work with other musicians. So sometimes they're bigger than a trio, but these are generally the core 3 guys. Their names are Abdias Armenteros. He's sax player. Sebastian Rios on bass and TJ Reddick on drums. And I just wanted to show. I've been following these guys on YouTube for a while. And
Didn't you order that a while ago?
like a month ago or so, but like they play a bunch of shows everywhere, but then they do these YouTube videos from like their apartment, and they just are killer. I just love their sound. So these are the guys, and they just put out this first 7-inch LP. Definitely encourage people to go check it out. I think I have
Is it on Bandcamp or no?
It's on Bandcamp and it's on their website. So I'll drop a link to this if people are interested in checking it out. I don't know how many they pressed of these, but like this is their first thing they've put out physical media.
4 songs?
2 songs, 1 song on each side.
Okay.
So, but they're great. I really like them. So,
wait. Backed by popular demand, and when I mean popular demand, I mean no demand.
Michael, I sent a link to your Instagram, so check out your Instagram.
Can I show some stuff?
Oh, Rob
yeah.
just shared the StreamYard. Okay.
No, I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't? Well, I didn't share it. So who shared it?
I didn't do that.
It wasn't me.
I didn't.
Well, now
Well,
great.
somebody did. It just says the wax. Then is that okay? I don't know how
I
that
swear to
happened.
God, I did not put that in there.
Well, somebody did it.
I think you
Michael,
did it.
don't use that link. That could be. I don't know if is that.
Now
wax
we're going to be
wrenched up?
attacked by trolls.
Anyway.
Hey, Michael, do you want to come up? Oh, there he is. Okay. Backed by popular demand.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
I drank from the wrong part.
As he just threw up in the sink.
All right, so I got a few
Hold on,
things.
let's go to Joe. Yeah.
I've got a glare. Sorry.
All right, go.
Oh, sorry, I got him.
I'll try to fix that.
So I finally got this in the
Oh,
mail. I bought it just directly from them on Bandcamp. So it's called Trost Records is the name of the label. They do a lot of they have a few original recordings, but most of the stuff is just reissues of FMP stuff from the 70s. It's a lot of Brotsman stuff. I think when they started the label like 10 years ago or so, a lot of it, or they had a strong affiliation with Brotsman himself. So I think that's why a lot of the material is that, but they've also expanded to a lot of just other FMP sessions, but they've also now done more archival things or even recent stuff that it just hasn't come out. So this one I wasn't familiar with, but somebody told me this is the only record that he made at the time or like after this period. He didn't really have much Milford Graves. This one is Meditation Among Us. The only person I know on this other than him is Tashinori Kondo is on trumpet, who actually was on That Die Like a Dog with Brotsman in the 90s. This is from 77. It was recorded on Polydor, but it was Polydor Japan. So excited for this one. Free jazz.
Is that full free jazz?
Yeah. Yep. Milford Graves is a great player, so that was a no-brainer picking that up.
What about the other one, the Brotsman reissue? That's full free jazz.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, it is intense, but compared to a lot of his other stuff, it's not as intense. It's also got Tashinori Kondo plays like electronic trumpet on that at some parts, and it's this very like distorted sound. So it is a little bit stranger than a lot of his other, or Brotzman's other stuff. So, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's not, if you're not a free jazz person, I don't think that's a great record to start with, really, in any respect. But it's also, for someone like him, I know when I talked on the last stream about Brotzman, that he was very consistent his whole career with staying with pretty much the same sound. There's really not a great place, maybe some of his later years, like before he died, in the last 5 years or so, that stuff might be a little bit more approachable, but it is free jazz. So again, if that's not for you, then that's not going to be something that you're really going to come to. This is an interesting one. This is a duo. I think this is their only record, but it's Ushi Bruning is vocals, and then it's Ernst Ludwig Petrowski, alto sax, baritone, sax, clarinet, flutes, vocal. Most of it is just her singing and then him kind of improvising like over it. So it's a really interesting thing. This is on FMP as well from 86. So it's a little bit later in the catalog, but that was kind of an interesting piece. This one was one I wasn't familiar with. This actually is, I think, Rob, you were talking about sound aspects. You had found a record. This one is also on the label. This is Griot Galaxy Opus Krampus. Just free jazz, recorded in 84, came out in 85. German. So this was a cool one. I saw that was at the Bop Shop in Rochester for a few weeks, and I didn't really know. The cover is a little bit gimmicky, so I didn't really think too much about it. But when I was there today, I decided to take a chance on it. So then this one, I was familiar with the artist. It's Edward Vasala. He played with their session in the early 70s with Brotzman. That Brotzman came over to Finland. So he's a Finnish percussionist, but this is on ECM. There's only one ECM though. It's just the German one, so there is no US pressing of it. But it's also not an expensive one. I think.
What year is that?
This is 86.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry, not 86. Sorry, this was recorded in 74. It came out originally on Japo in Japan in 74, and then it was reissued in Germany in 76. I don't know where I got 86. But yeah, this is ECM. It's a pretty good, on the lighter side of free jazz. It's more like spiritual, kind of what a lot of ECM stuff is, that isn't heavy with like percussion. But this one was a cool one. I found that in the basement at the Bop Shop. And then the last thing, this isn't like a find, but this is something that I had shown a few weeks ago when I went down to New York City. I stopped at Hudson Valley Vinyl. It's about an hour and a half north of the city. And I had gotten the FMP box set. It was like a 3 LP box set that came out in the late 70s. And part of the box set was this like huge booklet it's like over 130 pages. But I just wanted to kind of show it for a second, because it goes like session by session through the different. So let me see if I can find one that.
And so you bought that separate from the box?
No, it was in the box. It was part of the box.
Oh,
yeah, I just didn't, until recently. I didn't pull it out, but they've got these pages that'll show the different. So this is like workshop free music. I think this one's 1972. This is the 4th free music workshop, and it kind of gives you the different lineups that were at that session. But then it goes on and it shows you like images from the sessions and stuff. So it's kind of cool just to see from again, if you're an FMP collector or even like just kind of an aficionado of it, to see the different recordings and the musicians and stuff. And I bet that a lot of it is available if you just kind of Googled it, but it's cool to see it all in one package. So yeah, that was part of, it was 3 LPs. Each LP has a different like kind of topic to it. There's one that's like just soloists, there's one that's about groups, and then there's one that's like orchestras, so a little bit larger of a session with kind of larger groups, and then there's this huge kind of booklet that comes with it. So
Wow.
it's a cool thing. It's very expensive, I will say. I got lucky because the box was pretty destroyed, and the owner knew that I was a fan, so he gave it to me for a good price. But it's usually, if you find a good condition one, it's going to be like $300 at least. So it's definitely a pricey one, but it is cool, again, from a standpoint of if you like FM.
So does that booklet encompass more than just what's in the box?
Yes. Yep. It essentially, I think the purpose of the box set was to give the audience a chance to see the different sessions and the different groups that were present at each of these workshops from 1969 to 1978. I don't really know why they stopped at 78. I don't know if there was like there was a label change in like the late 70s for FMP, but it's not like things really like dramatically changed. Like Brotzman was still a major figure there. Joost Gebbers was still the founder and still the engineer on most of the sessions. So I'm not really sure exactly why it was just those years. Maybe it was
When did the box
10-year span.
When did the box come out, Jeff?
78.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Hey, I just want to point out something. If you've never used StreamYard before, if you host it, when people come into it, you see them kind of faded out in their little box. So Mike's playing around looking at something, and he has the box open. I go, "Who the fuck is that trying to join the stream?"
All right. Well, let me jump in really quick because we have 2 of the 3 people here. Hold on. Who's making that noise?
Oh, sorry. Let me move my.
Are you steaming milk in your espresso
All right.
I don't
machine?
know.
So there
Are
has
you
been
manscaping during the stream, Mike?
there has been mega drama in the VC, and it's all coming out of the classical community. So first,
Wait.
we have
Just so you know, I saw this image below us, and I go, I don't know this guy. Who's he trying to join the stream?
So Dave Hurwitz, who has this channel, the Ultimate Classical Channel or whatever it is, I follow it, and when I'm looking for specific, works, he'll sometimes review it, and I'll listen to what pieces he thinks are very good, and it's a good kind of roadmap for someone who doesn't, really know classical too well. So I like this guy, but he put out this video around the CD versus vinyl debate. It got, obviously it's a topic that's going to get a lot of attention. So our buddy Michael Poetry on Plastic gives a response, which is fantastic, and breaks down every single point.
What was his original video about?
Wait, hold on. About CD versus vinyl, he was basically saying it's ridiculous. I mean, Michael.
It was kind of the thing you heard from a lot of people, like maybe 15 years ago, that was like, oh, they had all these pops and clicks, and I'm so happy they're gone. And it wasn't a really deep, insightful video. And he repeated some stuff that just isn't true.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I watched it, and I felt like he just said a lot of nothing. Like it just really like nothing connected.
It kind of was, yeah.
I think the worst part of it.
Well, hold on, Mazzy. So then Mazzy does a response to the response.
Yeah, it was like a response inception.
So now we're in. So I'll drop a link to all these videos if people are watching. It's
I'm gonna
worth
drop a
going through
response.
them.
It made I will say one thing. It made normally my viewership skews a little older. I think that video made my viewership skew even older.
Yeah, you had a ton of views. The thing that I got out of it is I couldn't believe that guy is 9 years younger than me.
Like I said, age is a state of mind, Mazzy.
I know you said that. That was good.
You actually,
I like Dave. I mean, he fills a valuable
great.
service because, I mean, there's not many people that are willing to sit and listen and compare that many recordings. I don't have time to do that.
Obviously, he knows his stuff. But
He does, and he does decent musical analysis. I don't always agree with some of the recordings he praises, or I don't always agree with the things he says, but I find his videos really interesting.
Well, I'm sure it turns you on to maybe recordings you don't know, right?
Yeah, or like if I'm like looking at my shelf and like looking at like recordings I own, and he does let's say Mahler's Fourth Symphony, and then he does a video. He's like the best Mahler Fourth Symphonies. Like, oh, cool. I wonder like if the recordings that I like are in that list.
Got it.
Yeah, I can show some records. I mean, I got this out because I actually really. Does anyone have the actual Impex box set?
No.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
I might
and
despite Mazzy.
And I'm trying to remember like the specific records in it, but overall, I listened to every album in this, and I didn't feel like it was boring. I just felt like it was a very classical take on jazz. It was very subtle. It was very nuanced. It was very gentle music, but there was musicality in there. It just wasn't the same as like the Blue Note records where everything was kind of like moving outside the box.
Boring was the wrong word. A badly chosen word. I agree. For me,
no, I found it interesting because it definitely reminded me more of like one of those like Bill Evans trio records where you're really listening in. I mean, the piano playing, I get it. It's not as good as Bill Evans, but it doesn't mean it's not really good.
It just seems more calculated to me. Well, I haven't heard all of them. I've only heard Blowout. So it was just too calculated and too, I don't know, no soul to it for me.
It made me. Now I want to collect some of the vintage. I was like looking up some of the vintage Three Blind Mice out because there's like it was a major label in Japan, and there's like about 100 of these releases, and the originals are expensive.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, Felipe collects them. He has a couple of them.
Yeah,
I've come across one original, I think at Atomic, and they priced it way high.
Yeah, they would reissue them every couple of years, and even the reissues are a little expensive. Now there are currently in-print reissues of some of the big ones that are available now. You can get them from Amazon Japan, but I don't know the mastering chain on this.
No, you didn't. Hold on, you didn't go through the process to be admitted to the screen, Fluffy.
I'm here, folks. How's it going, fellas?
Hello, Fluffy.
Not too bad. I'm about to show a lot of not jazz records. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I picked this up. Does anyone have this?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I picked this up. I picked this up in Dillon, Colorado while I was on tour. It's really beautiful. There was this store.
That's
I forget the name of it.
Right? Analog Production.
Yeah, Double 45. There was this store in Dillon, Colorado, in like usually the record stores that are in kind of those touristy mountain towns are overpriced. No, this store was fairly priced, run by a cool dude, and they had a whole audiophile section of like Analog Productions and MoFi titles. And I got this, and I got the MoFi Men at Work.
Had you heard that before?
Well, I've heard it now. I hadn't heard it when I bought it.
Before you picked it up, had you heard it?
No, it just looked cool. It was like, wow, this is it's Ry Cooder on Analog Productions.
Yeah, Ry Cooder and Baha. I can't know how.
Is that currently in press or is that?
Yeah, it's in print.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. You'd like that, Joey. Maybe it's so beautiful.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly acoustic. It's like tabla and sitar and guitar basically.
And guitar and it's so good.
Hold on.
I know it's 45 and you got to change your belt. Sorry, Joey.
Hey, Louis, I would invite you up, but we have too many people on screen.
I can leave, Louis. I can leave.
No.
I got. Well, Eddie probably knows this one. I got this in for you can't see it because of the glare. I got this in for review.
I'm gonna watch off. Louis, come on up. I'm gonna watch off. So,
this is the first ever vinyl reissue of probably one of the best debut albums of any Japanese rock band ever. Darren Gray's first album, Gauze, and it's finally on vinyl. And it's sold out at most of the online shops, and I've got it off eBay. But I'm reviewing this for Tracking Angle.
Oh, it's awesome!
Like I said, no one probably knows this, but this is
what kind of music is it?
So this is a band that right now I would consider like an alternative metal band. But when they made this record in 1999, it was more of like a gothic pop album.
Is someone scraping shit off a dish? What's going on?
Sorry, there's kitchen activity.
Jeremy, stop it.
But no, this is like one of the best debut albums. It was recorded both in Japan and Los Angeles. Like half the songs were recorded in LA and half are recorded in Tokyo. And it's one of those albums where no song is a skip. Every single song is good on it.
Is it sort of like that? What's that Japanese rock band where they're riding chopper Hondas on the cover? And that's
are you thinking about X?
X?
Are you talking about X Japan?
I don't know. It's just it's an amazing. I got to get that record. It's that you.
Oh, you're thinking of Flower Traveling Band. That's like hippie acid rock.
That's it.
No, this is like The Cure with blast beats.
Was there an alternate cover to that? Because this guy is showing.
Yeah, there was one where it's like someone walking in the forest.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but okay, what else can I show? You know, I've had this for like a year, and I hadn't really listened to it until now. Does anyone have this?
No,
looks good.
This is like $25 on Amazon. And it's a new recording. It came out in 2019. This is a great recording of like solo French Baroque piano music. It's kind of like, I would say this is probably the easiest way to get into French Baroque music that I've ever heard on a single record. It has kind of like all the great keyboard pieces, and it's not played on harpsichord. It's played on modern piano. But this pianist, Alexander Throud, he does it really well. It's in a really great style. It doesn't sound too romantic.
and he has quite a wingspan.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Was that actually recorded at Versailles?
Where was this recorded? Probably not. But it's talk. I mean, it's called that because of it's a lot of music that was composed and performed back in its day at Versailles, the court at Versailles. Most of this music on here was written for and performed for either Louis XIV or Louis XV.
Okay, cool.
It's a lot of Couperin, Rameau, and a few other composers that I'm not super familiar with. Most of it is Couperin and Rameau.
Very cool.
I could quickly show some records I got from Sophia Singer.
Okay.
Hey, by the way,
let's do it.
Michael.
So Sophia Singer, Mike, do you want to say who that is?
Oh yeah, she's my longtime classical dealer in the UK. She still runs a website called spiralclassics.co.uk, and
She doesn't sell anymore, right?
she's still selling, but she's selling off her current stock.
Okay.
So her stock list is not as robust as it once was. I got most of the. I kind of did one last buy. I looked at what she still had, and she has everything pretty discounted now. Because she can't really retire until most of it's gone. Because most of the stuff she has is actually she has on commission. She doesn't own it. So, but I got some cool stuff. I got this really interesting, really old original. It's a UK Phillips of Bruno Walter with the Columbia Symphony doing Symphony 9 and Symphony 8 of Beethoven. And this is like that old UK Plum Phillips hi-fi label with the the tip on back.
Yeah.
Beauty.
Cool.
Very nice. Very cool. Have you listened to that yet?
No, it's on the. I got a stack of records I got to listen to. I got a bunch of Decca Mozart serenades. I got like a 8-record set of the Mozart serenades, but I already put those away today. I listened to a few of them. What else from that? I got this really cool edition 1 Decca 2000 series, the music of Wolf Ferrari. The jacket. I need to put some glue on that, but.
Yeah.
I got this cool original EMI, his master's voice of Berlioz's Harold in Italy with Yehudi Menuhin.
Oh, cool.
And it's that gold label, the silver gold label.
Nice.
The cream and gold, excuse me.
Very nice.
And then I got a bunch of she had these pretty cheap. I got a bunch of 70s Ishtok Perlman records.
That brings up an interesting thing. What's his definitive record?
Ishtok Perlman?
Does he have?
I don't know. I like his Brahms. The one that I've always been attached to is his Brahms Sonata record with Vladimir Ashkenazy.
I mean, he's
I
been
really
famous
like-
since he was like 10 years old, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is a good one. This is the Brahms double concerto with Rostropovich. I mean, that you don't get a bigger cast than that in the Concertgebouw Orchestra. Here's his Dvorak violin concerto. Glare, sorry. Here's a recital record of him playing Fritz Kreisler. This is Barenboim, Perlman, and Zuckerman in a double concerto, Bach double concerto.
Yeah, I don't know, Joey, if you're a aficionado of Crazy Tours, but I heard that tour for that record, there was lots of blow and hookers.
Yes. Oh, of course. It's the 80s or 70s. Well, it's 80s. This is a cool record because this has an oboist on it, Ray Still, who was the principal oboe of Chicago Symphony. This is the oboist that played on that all the Reiner recordings, like so Scheherazade, all those oboe solos. That was this guy, Ray Still.
Wow.
And the other oboist that's in the band with me went to Northwestern, and she studied with Ray Still.
Wow.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right, that's all I got to show.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Sorry for the detour.
Good stuff. Fluffy, did you come up here to show records or just bask in our
I just came up
greatness?
here because I was bored. Oh yeah, I could show some records if you guys don't mind.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's
All
do it.
right, so I went to Amoeba the other day. Let me start off with
Got the
I
Frank.
left records behind for you.
finally found a copy of Son of Word Jazz. This is a Ken Nordine record. It's his second after his first record, Word Jazz. I've been searching for this one for a few years now, and if people don't know, but this is where I got my profile picture from. People always confuse the first album, but I actually used this picture for my profile picture. So I
All
don't realize that that this is where my profile picture comes from. People are like, "Oh, Fluffy, you have an album or something?"
This is serious.
But
Who's
it turns
the
out that this is where I got my profile picture from, and it's good. It's more spoken word, but Fred Katz or what's his name? Yeah, Fred Katz, cellist, is on here with his group, and it's fantastic. It's from the 50s or probably 60s, early 60s or late 50s, but this is good stuff. So I'm trying to find here. Okay, so this is a blind buy for me on what is it? Black Saint. This is Jimmy Lyons Quintet. This is my first Black Saint record. I've been wanting to collect records on this label, and I saw this at Amoeba for $8. So I picked it up, and I was like, you know what? I want more Black Saint stuff, and I've also been wanting more. What's the other label called? Soul Saint, I think. But yeah, Soul Note. So Soul Note and this one, Black Saint.
Very cool.
Are two
cool.
labels that I want to start collecting more of, as well as ECM and other labels. But yeah, happy to have this one in the collection.
Fluffy,
What's up?
there's a company who's been reissuing a lot of Soul Note and Black Saint, really good titles.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You should look into those. I'll tell you about them privately.
Very, very cool. And then here's one more that
I hate these type of obies. These are awful. Sorry. Go ahead.
Going back to the Ken Nordine record, wasn't Mike who did those covers? Because there's a series of covers like that, right?
Do
you know that? I thought the illustrator, there's a bunch of those. You should show more records, Fluffy. I didn't mean that.
Okay, yeah. Let me show a Christmas record. Well, jazz sort of Christmas record that I was for some reason looking at the Christmas bins at Amoeba, and I found this. This is the Magic of Christmas, the Soulful Strings. This features Dorothy Ashby, and this was a blind buy for me. And yeah, this isn't like a compilation thing, right?
Is she just part of it? Is she just part of it, or is she soloed on the record?
Well, she's a part of it, and I think she solos it. I haven't listened to it yet, but this is another blind buy for me. I saw that Dorothy but he's credited in a lot of the tunes. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. It was like $12, so it goes for more online. But yeah, Amoeba came in clutch. This is on the Cadet.
Damn, I want to get
label.
that.
And I guess I can show one more.
Your video's a little choppy. At least for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's choppy.
As people attacked me for stealing my neighbor's Wi-Fi, which I've never done.
I mean, it's fine.
Okay. Well, I can stop right there for
no. Show another.
Keep show more records.
Okay,
more
so I guess
records,
I can.
more.
Let me see. I picked two records up.
I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked. Listen, you moron.
I picked up 2 records off the wall at Amoeba. First one is Roy Brooks.
Okay, that record is fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So isn't it like? Aren't these the same? Isn't this like the same lineup of the Muse record? What is it called?
So
yeah,
it's I think the same lineup except maybe for one person. It's at the same. It's at that left bank club in Baltimore. They're like 3 or 6 months apart.
Cool.
But that to me is a much better recording. I mean, it's 3 LPs.
Yeah.
Free Slaves 1. But that sounds much better than the Free Slave. It's incredible. It came out, I think, in 2018 Record Store Day or
2021.
Yeah.
2021. Okay. I have it. If you can find it, I think the price has dropped on it a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
I picked this one up for $75 at Amoeba.
Yeah. At one point, it was way over 100. That thing's a must-own record. It is.
I think the exact one that me and you saw, Wax, because we were talking. I
told them to buy it. But
I had that. I got it on that Record Store Day, and I got rid of it because it was just too much drumming for me at the time. Like, it's not what I was looking for. And now I feel stupid.
Well, I did say to you, Fluffy might want this, so let's not buy it.
That's true.
And then the other record that I picked off the wall at Amoeba is this test pressing Frank Sinatra, Sing and Dance with Frank Sinatra. Got the opportunity to listen to this. Sounds really good.
Actually, I took a picture of that and sent it to Mike. He said that was cheaper than the...
It is.
Than what it goes for, yeah. But you got to think, like, what you're going to pre-order, you're going to get the box and more stuff, so...
Well, I think that test press has the yodeling on it.
Sure. And then the last thing, I guess, is a online purchase, thanks to Jazz Boom's Mike, deciding to sell this one.
Okay. That's not good.
Well, no, I enjoyed it, but like the sonically wasn't my favorite. So instead, I'm gonna be using the funds for another record that I have in mind. But this is the Composer Workshop Ensemble on Strata East.
Oh yeah.
Like 1972.
Yeah.
Yeah, killer hard bop.
You probably get like 150 for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only asking for 100. It's in killer shape, so if anyone wants it, hit me up. But yeah, that is it for me.
Okay, Dr. Robert, we're not going much longer, but if you feel the need to come up, there's the link for Dr. Robert. Nice.
Very cool.
I hope you left records there for me because I might go over there tomorrow.
What's on the wall there right now?
A lot of Bill Evans.
Yeah, I mean the wall's good there. I bought the Pharoah Sanders off the wall recently.
Oh, I saw that. Is it? I forgot what's the name of the title.
Vinyl Me Please did this Spiritual Jazz 4 record special pressing that sold out quickly. I have most of those records, but
Rob, I was thinking about another Pharoah Sanders. It's an original pressing. I didn't see it there anymore, or maybe it's still there, but it was an original pressing. They were asking maybe like 125. It was Pharoah Sanders. I forgot the name of the Pharoah Sanders title, but it's the one with the blue cover, and it's like a lot of mini people.
Yeah, I have that. I found that at a thrift store for $1.
You should put it in the channel. Okay.
I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, we're not going much longer because I want to make dinner and.
Thanks for having me. Nice seeing you. Everybody calls you Fluffy now, so I guess it's just Fluffy.
Yeah. It's fun.
And
What did
Joey,
you call
nice
him
meeting you.
before?
You too, buddy.
Brian, his name's Brian. All right, see ya.
All right.
Yeah, I'm.
Dr. Robert, if you don't come up in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna probably end the stream. So
I had to go check because I think there are some people coming over, and I was like, is there a party
yeah,
going on there that I'm missing?
no, don't feel the need to hang around if you have
No,
to.
no. I just wanted to show a couple more before I left.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to be drinking heavily some expensive wine and all that crap.
Okay.
I can't remember if I showed. This is just some cool records that I've got. I don't know if you've ever seen this.
No, I haven't. So
Sheila Clarke is like one of my first, 6-year-old crushes. Yeah, but I also love Michael Legrand, and I was like, I have to have this record, and it is cool. I'm a huge Monk. Love this. I don't know if you saw this when it came out a little while ago.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's great. Okay, here's a cheesecakey kind of vinyl here. I don't know if you've seen that one before.
I used to have an original pressing of that. That's like the alternate cover, but I like that cover more.
Yeah. Okay, I've got one. Do you know the Donald Byrd Gigi Grice record? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I thought there's several.
There's several, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's Trip.
This is the one that I hesitate to turn around. Let's put it that way.
Let's take a chance.
Okay. You know that one?
No, but turn it back around.
There you go. How about this? You know this? I love this record. She was like, tight with Sinatra. I think they dated actually.
No, I don't know that. I've never heard of her.
I think I've had that in my want list, but I don't.
Yeah.
I never see it.
Peggy Connolly, not in the Rat Pack, but definitely did blow with it. And then these are just all the sexy.
Cool.
That
nice.
record is freaking excellent.
Yep.
If you want an affordable version of it, I think Muse reissued it, which is nice.
Here's a cheat. I mean, this is the original that they had to. They got.
So that is an original one?
No,
or no?
it's the original cover. It's a Japanese reprint.
No, I actually have an original. It only came out once.
Right.
Then they had to change the cover.
I don't have one yet. That's
I found it at a thrift store for $5.
Oh,
Nice.
Even
All right.
the condition it's in, it's like a $150 record.
I mean, the thing about all these records
Is that a reissue?
No, this is also Japanese pressing for like
Okay.
a really early Japanese, probably like the first Japanese pressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my Japanese pressings are in like if VG+++ to mint minus. I mean, that's the other thing. They are all clean as hell. So plus I clean them. I'm a definite person that people hate to see clean records because it's like why? But
I know. You know something? Here's the deal. I appreciate people who clean records. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I clean it.
When you get a record, you need to clean it.
Yep. I clean new records. I love seeing how much stuff comes off of new records. It's insane how much stuff comes off. But and definitely used records, man. It just, I mean, you already know it up a whole click,
Right. It turns a VG record into a VG plus. That's what doing good ultrasonic cleaning.
But the thing is with even if you have like a Humming Guru, which I don't have that, I have just a tank, but I've worked out my process. I mean, this is sort of takes me back to the drug days when I was a kid. As much as I loved the drugs, I loved the prep. That's why I like making coffee. It's what I like about wine and all that stuff. It's all that stuff. It's very zen. The pre-cleaning you do before you put it in a tank. I do the same thing if I had a Humming Guru. I've now narrowed it down. It doesn't take that much time, and it makes 10 times the difference. It's just a stiffer. What is that hair? Is it camel hair or horse hair or whatever it is? And what works really good that I think is good is the who's the guy that has the lab coat and sells the big
the Kermis.
Yeah. The Kermis spray, because it's a surfactant, but it's different than like I use the Photo Flow or something like that. So I have that in the tank. But before I put it in the tank, I spray it with 3 shots of that Kermis stuff, and then I do the stiff brush, and none of that stuff leaves a coating. That's the stuff you learn in the beginning, for me at least. You got to be careful about what you're putting on your record and then going in the tank, because if you're putting the wrong stuff in there, even if it's some kind of cleaner, it can leave a film, which just like it takes away the whole benefit of what you're doing. So it's a live and learn thing, but really it doesn't take me that much longer, and it's way better than just
I never meet anybody who has the same process. I have this little spray bottle that I put shit in,
right,
and I spray it on the record and I clean it off, and then I finish it in the Humming Guru.
What do you
so that's
use
for me?
In that
I put 1 drop into a gallon bucket thing of distilled water, and I shake it up, and that lasts me forever.
Is it Turgitol? Is that what you're using?
No, I use something that has been made illegal in the UK.
Fantastic.
All right, so I want everyone to appreciate what we've had since he's been gone, but he's back.
My power's on. My power came back.
Oh,
congratulations!
Every light around me, all those things are flashing.
Now you didn't have to eat that whole jar of pickled eggs.
No, I had to use one of my big cubes and pour a whiskey because the ice would have melted.
Yeah, but by the way, Mazzy doesn't drink much.
One drink. It's 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
All right. We've gotten the Marlboro man here from Wyoming. What's going on, Dr. Robert?
Oh, I'm just checking in. Good to see everybody. I was going to ask. I wanted to ask Joey describe the tank you use a little.
It's just one of the generic tanks. It's the 6 liter. I have to say it's my second one, and the second one worked way better than the first one. And now I think I realized what was going on. The first tank I had, I think, only had 2 of the transducers or transponders or whatever the hell they are, the speakers that they have in it. This one definitely has 3, and they're working, and it definitely works really well. But I upgraded the little arm that that you put the rack on, and I don't ever do more than 3, and I like doing 2, sometimes even better. But that is, I put 5 tablespoons of 70% alcohol and 4.5
man, you are weird about measuring.
Yes, dude. Yes, of Ilford, the Ilfitol. That's what I use.
I've used that.
Yeah, that's what I use. I said Photoflow, not Photoflow. Ilfitol. And then before I do anything, I put a cover over the label, spray 3 sprays of the Kermit stuff.
Cover over the label.
Yes, yeah, you cover the label, for God's sake.
Wow.
You got the label, you put the 3 sprays, you take off the cover. I didn't say that. Kermis has got it's almost like a makeup brush. You use that. Yeah. You go in.
I shot a video. I've done 2 videos with that dude, and I had an OG copy of Hank Mobley, No Room for Squares, that I found for $1, and he made that thing sound better. He did.
You've got an ultrasonic tank. It's an ultrasonic.
Is the thing that really kicks it in that I found. Yeah. You just go around and you use it like a Ouija board. You don't press down. You let the spirits take you around the groove.
Do you wear the white lab coat like he does?
Yeah. I mean, everyone I get, it doesn't fit right. So far, I know.
But when people come over, do you take a glove and put it on?
No.
When people come over, yes, I do. Absolutely. I do it by myself. I don't need
this. But it's an ultrasonic. It's an ultrasonic tank. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Just the same one you can buy. You can buy it on Amazon for $200.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on one second. I don't talk about TV that much because I don't find stuff that interests me. But one of my favorite movies of all time is Fletch with Chevy Chase. That new TV show with Vince Vaughn called Bad Monkey is fucking excellent.
I see that.
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah.
It's Carl Hannison.
I hope so. I watched the first half hour and I turned it off. So
Carl Hannison, he's sort of like the Florida version He's sort of like what's the famous writer?
It
The,
looked cheesy the way it was
no,
shot.
no,
I
no.
was
The
like,
famous
it was better. Okay.
that made movies. Get Shorty.
Oh yeah,
He's more of a modern version of that.
right.
But
So
I'm
it's-
telling you,
yeah.
I don't know the book it's based on. Vince Vaughn's doing his best Chevy Chase.
Well, it's good because I watched a half hour and I turned it off because it looked cheesy.
No, stick with it.
Okay,
It's
I'll try
Vince
it.
Vaughn being Fletchy.
He's
It's a little
being
more
too Vince
serious.
Vaughn. Vince Vaughn is a one-trick pony, and I like him.
No,
Yeah.
this is a role meant for him.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
if you like, it's a little more serious. But if you like Fletch, this is the closest. They made another Fletch movie with John Hamm.
You only like Fletch because it's Santa Monica in Venice.
No, it's not. No.
Look up.
Yeah.
Look up.
Dude,
Vince-
hold on, dude. Fletch came out in the 80s. I didn't live in California.
But it takes place in where you are.
Look
I'm
up.
just
Vince.
letting
Look,
you know. Stop trying to judge me and read me. You could ask me questions instead of making shit up. Watch that show. It's good. They've only dropped 2 episodes.
Is
so-
it better than Emily in Paris?
Well, you're a dirty old man, so
You know
I'm
who
not.
she is. You know, plays Emily.
She's Phil
right?
Collins' daughter, but
Phil
she's hot.
Collins' daughter. Yeah.
There's a movie I went to Sundance once where she played an anorexic.
She
and,
always she's like this.
Yeah, but she's very hot, but not in
Yeah,
that movie.
she's very pretty.
Okay, going back, Dr. Robert, do you have records you wanted to show or no?
I can show a couple. Yeah, I was going to say, look
I
up.
want to
Vince-
just give you some time
Is it
before
really
I
cold in Portland right now?
Yeah.
Well, it's cold in my home.
It's 82 degree here.
I have the AC on.
I don't know. Are you coming from the cult meeting or are you going to after this?
This is just comfortable. So I got a couple things.
72.
First of all, look up Vince Vaughn on Saturday Night Live as host. He does this monologue out in the audience that is hilarious. If you can find it, he is so. And Singles, which I think, I don't know if it's his first movie, but it's a very early movie. Singles.
It's not Singles. He's not in Singles. Actually, he was a teenage.
Swingers.
After
Swingers.
special with him in it.
Swingers. Look
Yeah.
for Swingers. Yeah, find Swingers. It's such a
Yeah, but
hilarious.
he started doing stuff when he was like 16 years old. He's in Rudy.
Okay, so it's not his first movie, but I got to
No,
say,
actually, this one, Mazzy.
You
if
never
you
saw
think-
Swingers? You never
No,
saw
no.
Swingers?
He
gotta-
just said that. Mazzy, if you haven't seen Brawl on Cell Block 99,
No.
that is not Vince Vaughn doing the same old thing.
Okay.
Watch that
Okay.
movie.
find
Yeah.
Swingers. Swingers is so.
And then
Swingers is great.
if you don't like dodgeball, you're no friend of mine.
Isn't that a lot of that beginning section or that club is the Dresden, right? It's at the Dresden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Dresden. I used to love going to the Dresden.
Yeah.
What's that couple that used to play organ and sing? The couple that played there?
I don't know.
Oh,
Show
Oregon.
your record. I thought we lost Mazzy 3 times already during the stream.
Oh yeah.
Show
So
your records, Dr. Robert.
I'll show a few records. So I went to a it's like a secondhand co-op here in Portland yesterday. This is pretty much a jazz record. I haven't played it yet, but this is an original Decca, and it's got Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. It's got two versions of Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. It's got the Joe Zawinul, but it's
He
also
wrote it, didn't he? Joe
Yeah,
Zawinul
he
wrote
wrote
it?
it.
well,
He wrote
yeah. Well, but there's another version, Don Covey. So I think there's
Wait, is
one,
Leon Howard a singer?
yeah, he sings on some of this, but I haven't played it yet, so don't hold me to it.
I
But
don't know.
versions of it?
I don't know if Joe
There's two versions of
Zawinul
Mercy,
wrote
Mercy.
lyrics.
So is it Mercy, 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 Mercy?
there's if you count all
It's
three
6
and read them all
mercies.
together, or you count if you read the two
I
together.
think Dada should play Mercy, Mercy, Mercy on there.
It's also got Ode to Billy Joe, so it's kind of a pop-ish, but I thought that was worth it. This is one that I'm just taking a risk on. I don't know this guy. He's got quite a few records out. First one
He's
I've
like the
ever
Invisible Man.
bought
Almost.
by him. Well, he's got some funky looking glasses, but this
I
is
like that hat.
yeah. Well, of course
Yeah,
you
cool
do.
hat.
It's Etienne Charles is his name, and this is another one I haven't played yet. But this is a 2023 release on Culture Shock. I don't even know that label, but I thought that looked cool. And then this is yet another. This has got Larry Coryell, and I don't really know Arnie Lawrence well.
Yeah, I've looked at that record a bunch to pick up. So Arnie Lawrence is a saxophonist, but it has Richard Davis on it. That
Richard
was the main
Davis,
reason
Roy
I picked it
Haynes.
up.
Right?
Yes, it's a cool looking record. This is, I think, 69 or 70. It's a and that's an original press. And then the last one I want to show, what I didn't buy yesterday. I found this in Las Vegas, and I didn't go to Wax Tracks this time, by the way, but I went to Vegas Vinyl, and I found this. And the cool thing about this is it does not have the Susie Q promo. So this is an original cover for this album. But look at this. I mean, this was like $3. And
Does it have it? Is there an H in the Dead Wax?
no. The album is
that's a later pressing.
70s.
Later pressing. So this record should have had the Susie Q promo. So I bought this just for the cover, really.
Well, they might have taken that promo off in the 70s. I don't remember now.
No, they didn't. I looked. I've done the Discogs Discovery thing,
Okay.
and so that is an original cover that whoever sold it to the place stuck the. I guess it was $9, but $9 for that record cover. That's a $40, $40 record cover.
I do very well finding OGs of their records.
Of Creedence.
Creedence, yes.
Well, they sold a lot of records, right? But OGs of that particular record, I do have one other cover. I do have one of the other original covers, but you don't see them often. And this is only the second one, and I don't know if you could tell, but that's in shrink wrap. It's really nicely preserved. So that's a few records. Just
the band from El Cerrito, California.
El Cerrito. So
I have all their records from finding them.
They're great records. They're just great.
They're all great records. Yeah,
they sound good. That first one might be my favorite, actually.
It's damn good. They were all good. But I also wanted to kind of respond to what Joey. We were talking about record cleaning for a minute, and I have complained about the glass record cleaner that I have used for at least 10 years, and I'm on my 4th version, and my 4th version tanked about a month ago. And I will say, even though I don't know that it really is ultrasonic, and they continue to break down, the service response from the company I get them from, which is an East Coast company. This one, I sent it back, and they are sending me a brand new version, honoring the warranty again. And I think this one, I probably cleaned 1,000 records at least, maybe more. And I am big into record cleaning, as Joey just described. I'm totally compulsive about it. I think I have to say I'm embarrassed I'm not as compulsive as you just described, Joey. But I do it. I do it for every record I buy, and I like the results. And the results of the glass are the other thing. I will say the results are good, even though it's not, I guess, ultrasonic. Maybe there doesn't seem to be cavitation. And we should do the tinfoil cavitation test on the Humming Guru, Mazzy. If you want, I'm happy to help. I know how to do it. I know how to do that test.
Okay.
If you want.
Sure.
I'm sure videotape it and tape it, and it will be good.
It'll be so popular.
All right. I appreciate everyone coming by. Tomorrow morning, everyone go to Mazzy's channel. He's going to do a live stream. Hopefully
6 to 9 a.m. Rachel's ghost is on vacation. I'm just doing Monday, then I'm leaving the country. So 6 to 9 a.m. It's a liberal hangout. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Novice Nick, I hope you're there.
I'm going to start out telling factual information.
No,
where we are in poll results.
And I really want to thank Joey for coming up. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, happy birthday! I'm glad you had a good birthday weekend, guy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and it's not over yet, man. I'm still about to start drinking heavily.
All right, and I'll probably the next two. I'll probably I'm gonna do an auction. I was thinking of doing next Saturday. I'm gonna do it at the end of the month in 2 weeks.
Right on.
Because I'm working too much to get the records prepped. So I'll let everyone know. But a week from Saturday.
I'm going to be back. I'll be done touring by then. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Good. How many more shows? 3 more shows?
3 more shows. Yeah. So next Wednesday and I come back on Sunday.
Well,
and I want to thank you, Joey, for that Stratocaster collaboration. It was fun.
No
it's
problem.
Funny, the one artist that keeps coming up that I'm embarrassed to say I no longer have his records is Roy Gallagher. I need to get
no, I thought of that. I don't have any of his records. He's great.
I don't have any records anymore. I used to, and I need to get correct that.
Oh, I want to say one thing before Dr. Robert goes. Dr. Robert, I did pick this up today based on you saying it was a good record.
Oh yeah, mine is a different copy, but yeah, the Fourth Way. Michael White is on it.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Michael White, Michael Nook.
Yeah, he's. I love Michael White. Yeah.
Okay,
Rob,
and
you're about to ask me where we're playing, right?
Yeah, tell everyone where you're playing so people can go.
On Thursday, it's the City Winery in New York. I think it's Midtown, New York City. We're playing in I think it's called Ram's Head Live or something like that. In
Annapolis. That's around where I grew up.
Is that a cool place?
No, Annapolis is a cool place, and that place is where a lot of bands go. I think since
I can't remember if I played there before or not.
No, it's a good venue.
Yeah,
that's a good place.
And then this is a good place, the Norva in Norfolk, Virginia. The Norva is a killer place, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's it, man. New York, Annapolis, and Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Yep.
That's how to say.
Buy some records.
Congratulations on a great tour, man. You've been out there slogging it. I know it's a lot of work.
I'm feeling it right about now, but whatever. Who cares?
Congrats on your final 3 shows.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Let's stop kissing each other's ass. Thanks for coming by.
Take care.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye. Thanks.
Later.
Guys.
Thanks for having me on.
Take care.
See you, Fluffy. Thanks for coming.
Cheers.